Oh, we are finally live. Okay, let me get this live in IG. We'll get this live in some Facebook groups. We're testing out a new computer. Dean called me out for the Obama Wi-Fi. I said, you know what? No more. We got to get a new one. And so here we are. Oops. Let's see here. Remove Instagram. Add back Instagram. If you're tuning in, tell me where you're from. Nah, shit. We'll get this figured out. Who do we have? My one person on YouTube. Tell me where you're from. Next. I keep clicking off this freaking screen. Okay, I got it. I got it. Okay, we should be able to go live here soon on Instagram. I hope. There we go. All right, let's get this in our Facebook groups. All right, guys, we closed our first novation today. Big deal. Huge deal. Enormous. We were supposed to make 12 grand. We only made, well, we were supposed to make 12 grand, not only, you don't want to say that. Oh, man. So we were supposed to make 12. We only made, we made 7. And this one didn't go the way exactly how I wanted it to. All right, let's get these into the freaking Facebook groups. The team's gonna have to edit this when we're done. Q, what's going on? Q, I low-key want to have you come in and talk. If you're still watching this, I'd want to get you Victor, let's go. Just signed an offer on my first 2 novations this week. Let's see. Hi, this is Stratton. This is Stratton. Is this Kevin? How you doing? I'm doing good. Were you still interested in selling this house on Rainbow? Nice. I think I just got a text from me. Everybody's lowballing you. How much did you want to walk away with when you sold it? How big's yours? Yours is 18, 19. You want to sell yours for 190? When was the last time you remodeled this one? I have nothing. I have nothing from you. You've I have how much I just got that low balling one. Um, what's the reason you're even interested in selling this one? Say that one more time for me. Oh, where are you gonna go? Oh, not you going there for the taxes or what? Okay. Yeah, I am. I think it'll take more time than that. Hmm. I'm just looking at this. So, what are the offer ranges you've been getting? You've been getting offers in the low twos, well, in the low ones, and the high hundreds. And have they been only cash offers? Hmm. Let me see. I'll give you honestly, it's we'll have two options for you. It doesn't really sound like you're that interested in selling, so I'll talk to the team. If you're getting lowballed and then you're not, how negotiable are you? You have photos? Why don't you send me over those photos? Oh, so it's tenant occupied. Yeah, we wouldn't wanna close on it with them in there. We wouldn't wanna close on it with them in there at that price, that'd be too hard. Even if you list it with a realtor, you're gonna have to, kick them out before you list it to get that price. Yeah, there's no way you could get top dollar if you got tenants in there. Why don't you send me those photos and we could continue our conversation? Okay. Sounds good. Thank you. Bye. That guy caught me a little bit off guard. But to me, I don't like wasting time with tire kickers like that. Like we'll see like where they're at and like, okay, what are you trying to do? Someone else just replied to us. How much did you want to offer? Okay, here we go. Victor, congrats on getting your first 2 novations this week, bro. If you're still watching, where are your first 2 novations? I'd love to hear. And our Instagram people, let me know where you're from, who's watching. Rudy, we haven't gotten any traction, bro, on that deal. Knoxville and Orlando. Let's go, Victor.
Oh, hello.
Hey, Joe Biden.
It's in Jamestown, right?
Bro, it's in Jamestown, New York.
Jamestown. That's what I told the agent. He's like tripping.
No, bro, because you've been telling everybody fucking Johnstown.
It's in Jamestown. It's in like James, like the name. Like
yeah,
James instead of John.
401 East 6th.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. The guy's wrong.
Yeah, he's wrong.
He's in Jamestown. I'm like, dude, it's in your neighborhood. You're being an idiot. Yeah, he was confusing me. It's in Johnstown is by Albany.
Yeah, bro, it's the same thing as on fucking Zillow.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. He confused me.
It's the same thing on fucking Zillow.
Yeah, it's by Buffalo. Yeah. All right, I'm going to text him back. I'm going to be like, Sleepy Joe, wake up.
And I'm on live. So everybody, Grego saved this deal for us. I posted about it the other day.
Potentially, we got to sell it first, but thank you.
But Greg saved it. All right, bro. Let me know. We'll get this thing out on Investor Lift tomorrow too, and then we'll start the disco process, and we'll see how it goes when we get home.
All right, buddy.
All right, bro.
See, I'm gonna text this bozo right now.
All right. Victor had one. Thought I was gonna make 25K in Knoxville, down to about 8K now. Orlando will make about 25. So with this novation that we had today, let me check my email. And I will show you, Victor, we went through the same thing. And this is like the stuff that I wish I would have paid attention to. Oh, we got to sign into our Easy Fast Offers email. So the biggest thing with this novation, I didn't negotiate the fucking closing costs. And then these things get whittled down really fast. And this is the reason I tell everybody, whenever you're doing deals, go for bigger deals, because all deals get okay, there's Francis Street. There's Honorary. Lockerbie. All right. I'm going to open up this bad boy Google Docs. Yeah, Vic, sometimes buyers don't come through, and it can be a little bit of a pain. Share my screen. Let me know if you guys can see my screen and see this HUD. Drop a comment for me if you're on Instagram or if you're here. Rudy, it's a small town, bro. Small town sub two stuff is hard enough to move the way it is just because there's not a whole lot of meat on the bone, and in order to get good yields out of sub 2 deals, the only person who really wins in sub 2 if it's cash flowing is the person who's like direct to seller, because you're not going to make like a 50K rip on a sub 2 deal unless you're doing like a massive like property, because most people are looking at it like, hey, what's my yield? All right, here we go. Where are we at? All right, our settlement statement. So right here, the big issue we had right here is I put it on the market, and then it did take us about 90 days to get it sold. So that's an issue. It took us 90 days to get it sold once we put it on the market. We had one buyer back out. We weren't getting a whole lot of traction. And I was getting a little antsy, and I didn't think we were going to sell it. And then one realtor calls us. He's like, hey, we're good to go. Let's make this happen. But if we look at this settlement statement, one thing we didn't really anticipate, the buyer's agent and the fucking flat fee broker, they got paid. So they got paid essentially $2,000. The seller had to pay the taxes, title insurance. So one thing that we will always negotiate, especially in cash deals, but I was like, hey, yeah, blah, blah, blah. I was talking to the guy and I forgot to throw in, you have to pay the closing costs. And that really is what that ate a bunch of money out of it, because we went from making 12.5 to like 7,500. Yeah, 75.40. Because $2,000 we paid that out of our pocket, and then the 750 we paid out of our pocket. All these little dinky things we paid out of our pocket, and then these two things came out of the seller's pocket, the sewer liens. So we went from making 12,500 to 7,500. So what is that? 3, 4? Yeah, we were out like $4,000. So we lost $4,000 because I just didn't throw into my conversation with an agent who was a good guy, and I wasn't going to go back and try and fucking blow up the deal like, oh no, you guys are paying the closing costs. That's where we lost out, is because we split the closing fee, but not the title insurance. It is what it is. We made $7,500. We'll send Lead Zolo their little bit of cash on this. My biggest lesson with these things, whenever we put it on the market and there was a realtor representing us, and since we flat feed it, the realtor was taking all of the phone calls. And moving forward, I hate that. We told, as soon as we got it up, we should have called that realtor and been like, hey, any and all communication needs to be funneled to our team so Kalani can handle those phone calls and direct those buyers and get all that done, especially with a deal like this where it's a cash transaction and it's vacant with a lockbox. We don't need a realtor to handle any of that. Like we could take all that, direct all that traffic, and we don't need that person to be involved in it at all. I don't care if we have to pay them. I think we paid them like a fucking point, like $275 to get it done. That's fine. The other thing, I budged on the buyer's commission, just saying like, yeah, bro, I don't care. Is your buyer going to perform? He's like, yeah, bro, we'll perform. I was like, if your buyer performs, we'll pay your commission. And I think we paid him 3% on the deal. What else would I say? With all of our novations now, we always have to double check with our flat fees because we do like these attorney and facts. We have to make sure that all of the phone calls get routed to us immediately, because sometimes it goes to like a third-party answering service, sometimes it goes to the agent, and then people are lazy, right? And so I guess it makes it like the quality of lead who's calling us, they worked really hard to get a hold of us. If it's like hard to get a hold of us, but I don't want that. I want to get people on the phone so we can sell them the deal and get it done faster. And we could have got this done probably a month earlier if we figured that out. Because this agent was like trying to negotiate with people on our behalf. There was agents like pissing him off, pissing us off. It was a little bit of a pain. So that was an issue. Title insurance, I didn't know we had to take that. Rookie mistake. And then we just had all these other little dinky fees. Not the end of the world. We made $7,500 on that one, and we made $10,000 on the other one. I will wait and see if I can see that settlement statement. That one was a true cash attorney in fact novation. That one went really, really well, but again, it took a while. What are you saying, Rudy? I do on market wholesaling, and we're trying to get a hold of someone with a flat fee is wild. I always think this will never sell. Bro, these flat fee things, I don't know why it works out that way. The only thing is, I think Rich Wonders, shout out Rich, has his stuff figured out well because he has exactly how to like find the agents and get them dialed in really well. That's just a lot of legwork on our end to get it done, but I think we're going to start doing it and start budgeting in paying 6% on our novations. Because if we can pay the 3% to the seller, 3% to the person representing us, 3% to that buyer to get it done, because more than likely they're just going to make it happen. And if we add it into our costs, who cares? Because like you said, Rudy, some of our flat fees, bro, not a soul is getting a hold of them. So there's one settlement statement from today. All right, here's our other settlement statement. This one's a little bit more basic. This one was in Missouri. No, Little Rock. So we got it under contract for 32. We sold it at 42. These sellers, they had a ton of liens, right? They had back taxes, $12,000 lien, another lien, more back taxes, more back taxes. And then they had their closing costs, whatever. And then the buyer paid our assignment fee. But I mean, they got dinged with so much stuff, like $1,300. They only ended up walking away with 18 grand. And easy REI closings got paid. Oh, we should be getting paid this admin fee. They messed us up. So the buyer paid us 2 admin fees. So the buyer paid us our admin fee. And so this is a great way to pay for your marketing costs. The buyer paid Easy REI. Shout out Easy REI for getting that done. Just transfer tax stuff. But this one went a lot easier. Again, we were panicking because I was like, dude, are we ever going to get this bitch sold? I was like, I don't know if we can, this and that. And then just one random guy called. We were kind of like talking to some other people. He was like, hey, I want this thing. I was like, bro, I'm talking to another guy. He's like semi in the same ballpark. We're trying to get it done. And then he was like, you know what? I'll give you full price. I'll get your earnest money in tomorrow. I'm driving through town. I'll go look at it in the next couple of days. And that's what it was. And that was really, really easy. And that wasn't even like a regular like investor buyer. This was just a guy. And I think that's the power of like the MLS. This was just a guy looking for a house. And he just called us. Was like, hey, I'll take it. And that's all it was, which I thought was amazing. And now, because we have this little 749, instead of making 10,000, we made 10,700. Not a bad day. Nice little extra little bit of money. In all of our contracts, we have that the buyer is to pay us a $750 administration fee. And I just don't think I caught this double admin fee because we're not going to charge someone an extra little bit of money for no reason. But it is what it is. That pays for our assistants' bonuses over the next little bit. But guys, that's all I have for today. Tomorrow we're going to do some live calls and go over some systems. The Obama Wi-Fi is gone. If you guys can see how crispy I look on this screen, I love it. Like this camera's popping. My hairline looks a little bit crooked, but we'll get it fixed. The waves are popping. I feel like a streamer. So I'm very happy with that. If you guys have any questions about novations, reach out to me. Rudy, I use Easy REI in every single deal. They've been really good just for us to. Right now, we're negotiating a lien on one property and just having them like walk us through it because I've never had to negotiate a lien with like a third party company. With another one, they took our side with stupid title company, and they help keep me in check if like I'm doing something wrong. Like, no, Strat, you can't do that. We have had to like stay on them to get it right, but they've been beneficial, I would say. And especially as like with these sub twos, with our sub two stuff, dude, we do multiple transaction coordination companies. We use Rochelle Jarvis's company and our own transaction coordination company. So Rochelle, if we're selling a sub two house to someone right now, and Constant Close is representing the buyer, we made it a term that the buyer has to use Constant Close, and then we have Easy REI representing us, and they got it hashed out. But I would say Constant Close isn't the one like going and negotiating the lien and like getting that hashed out, because we have them representing the buyer. Easy REI is the one who was like, okay, we got a hold of them. Here's what it looks like, this and that. And it was really good. And that lien was a little bit of a pain in the ass, but we got it done. All right, guys. Tomorrow, I stop really on the phones every day at 6 because all of our leads are on the East Coast. But tomorrow it's going to be a long day. I'm going to try and do a couple hour stream. I'll do a stream in the morning and a stream at night. I'm excited for it. We got rid of the Obama computer. We're back up and running. This thing is cooking. And I will talk to you guys soon. If you have any questions about novations, and we're doing an announcement for our giveaway. I'm giving away a year free of Resimply to sell a deal. We're going to get out some promos and everything else to promote it. Super excited about it. But I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.